Hey, my name is Janae, and welcome to my channel. My purpose in doing this, in creating this channel, is to bring awareness to teachers who are in my field, which is PE and health. I am so excited to start this journey and to show you not only the journey within the school system that I am about to intake, but also how I juggle life outside of school with school. And trust me, a lot is going on right now. I am in my late 20s right now, and I have actually been looking into getting in this field for some time. I want to take you back to the very somewhat beginning. So I went to high school. Well, after graduating high school, I went to college to be a sports science fitness management. I went to college to get a degree in sports science fitness management. Actually, I went to do physical therapy, but I had a child like my freshman year, and I had to change some things. So I still wanted to be in the field. So kid you not, there's so many options that you can do in sports science fitness management. There's so many routes that you can take, and I decided to just keep it going. Go for the degree, figure it out as I go. So after I was able to figure out my route after having my son, I became interested in the school system and wanting to teach kids. I didn't always grow up patient with kids, didn't really care for them. I loved them, but I didn't really, I was like, nah, I don't need that. After having my son, I became so much more patient, so much more like a mentor to kids, and I felt a need to just service the children. And so I was able to get a few internships and shadowing positions in the school system, which I loved, middle school and high school. And after graduating with my undergrad in college, I definitely wanted to get right into the school system. Thankfully, the last internship that I had was at a high school, so I was able to finish out the year working there. And with that, on my resume, I was able to get into the school system, but not in the field that I wanted. So I was in the school system as a teacher assistant for adapted curriculum, which it can also be considered special education. So I wanted to get my foot in the door, but I wasn't very happy there. I knew that, with any job, with any career, to excel, to continue to grow, just get your foot in the door, to get an understanding of just everything. It can be whether it's an understanding with the layout of the school, an understanding with the teachers, an understanding with the administration, like all of that. Even getting an understanding with the kids, even though you're not face to face with them all the time, you still have an understanding, being able to, interact with them. But after a year of doing adapted curriculum, I moved back home from where I was, and wanted to again get back into the system, the school system that is, so that I could potentially be a health and PE teacher. And again, I did not get the opportunity, unfortunately, but I did get another position as a special education teacher assistant. So like before, I wanted to get my foot in the door, and this opportunity also gave me a route to be a coach. So I took the opportunity to not only be a teacher assistant, but to coach volleyball, which is my favorite sport Of course, it's a sport that I played when I was in school, so I was down for it. I will take, I will take that experience, put that on my resume as well. And um, I didn't even last a year. I was not happy. I was doing way much more than I was getting paid to do as a teacher assistant. Now, as a teacher, if this, and especially if it's a area of the system that I enjoy, which these kids are beautiful, these kids are awesome, they're sweet, they are like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. But I was not passionate about teaching them or managing them. So I did end up leaving. Didn't end up leaving that area of the school system before the school year was over because I was just very stressed. If you know special education or adapted curriculum, and this is in middle school, these kids are, they can go from 0 to 100. They can be extreme and they can be very relaxed, and I just wasn't mentally available to handle it. And I had to do what's best for me and my family, and I had to I had to separate. I did still coach throughout that season, but the following year, I believe in March or April, I did leave. After leaving, I went back into retail where I started when I was, 16 throughout high school and college. I went back to retail and I stayed there for a couple years. After COVID and the pandemic came, and things start to slow down with the was just the cases and all that, I decided to leave the company that I was working for in retail to pursue other career options. So in between then leaving the company and now, I was just doing a side job, getting paid weekly, which was fine. I did that for maybe 3 months, and now I'm here. I got the call, or actually I got the email in January, like toward the end of January, after applying in November, December. And I was extremely happy. And once I got that email asking if I was still interested, I applied. I set up the interview time and appointment and all that fancy stuff. And then I went on YouTube. I was like, okay, let me see, what options, what is out there, what information is out there for me to help me during the interview process and even after. So after I had the interview, I felt good about it, and I got a call saying that they would like to hire me for the position, maybe a week and a half later. And I was so excited. So I went back on YouTube and I was like, okay, this is mine. Now I have to figure out, okay, these kids are different than they were when I was in college. They're different than what they were before, than how they were before the pandemic. So it's a whole new ballgame out here. And I'm just like, okay, I need to find some information on how I can best be of service to these kids, to the administration, to the staff, like to everybody. I'm just like, okay, let me figure it out. Because I don't want to come in here into the school system and not understand, not know what's going on. So I went on there and I was like, okay. I saw videos on tips and tricks and like funny TikTok videos and all that, but I'm not seeing anything with substance, with anything that really helped me giving. I'm not even a licensed teacher. I did not go to school to teach. I went to school for sports science and fitness management. So I have a lot of background in health and fitness, and that is the route that I wanted to take. So I'm like looking at these videos, and it's a lot of videos on math, ELA or English language arts. There's like a bunch of videos on science, like videos that do not relate. So I'm like, ding, I need to go ahead and create a channel to where I can service these like people out here that are looking for help. Even with me, like because I don't have a license, I am going to be a first year teacher. I'm not only that, but I'm also going to be teaching a very different style of education, which is PE. Okay, that's not your average math class or science class, social studies. It's not your average class. It's a lot different. So it's more fun, it's more energetic, it's more active. So I'm looking for this in these videos, and I'm not getting any of it. So I was very excited to want to be able to create that content for the world. So I hope you all got enough information about me and my history to want to go on this journey with me. I want to show you, my process, how I go from being a teacher or being an unlicensed teacher to, going into the school system, not understanding anything, going to orientation, doing all the steps that I need to take in order to be successful in this field, and also juggling home, juggling my son and his activities, juggling my side businesses, and everything else I have going on in my life right now. I think this will be a good look into my life, which I'm not used to this. I've never done videos like this, so be patient with me, but I really think that is going to be great content. So like and subscribe, like my channel, subscribe, and I will keep you posted as much as possible to just keep this show running. I think it'll be great. All right. Peace out.